yet.
I have hit the button. Hi,
Hi,
recording.
recording. All right.
I swear, if you ask me there yet one more time, I'm turning this recording around.
Are we there yet?
So,
That's it. Back to Baltimore.
oh no,
No
thank
one
you.
should. Someone should
No,
go
thank
back
you.
to Baltimore.
No,
I
thank
don't know.
you.
I forget what he said.
Of all the times to go back, the summer is not it.
No, not it at all. So, well, after we left our heroes, you had all left Vlaki to pursue your quest of getting Irina to Kursk, which is as far away from Strahd as you can get her. You also were stopping off at a tower that Van Richten had sort of commandeered and had been using as a base of operations. You also found a strange wagon sitting outside. You
Did not rob the strange wagon.
did not rob the strange wagon. However, you did exactly the opposite of what the trap guide told you to do, and touched the door, releasing a blue dragon that you then fought, defeated, and then it vanished. And it sounds like if you were to touch the door, again, without the key, like without doing it properly, it would indeed summon the dragon again.
But then I went and touched the door with the key, and then as I was unlocking it, some lady rode up.
Yes.
And was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
She is like, "Who the fuck are all of you?" And that is where we left off.
Mm-hmm. Who the fuck are we? Who the fuck are you? I asked you first. I asked you second.
Wait, who's on first?
No, we weren't doing that. We were doing the most popular girls in school. It was after your time.
Well,
Use
fuck
Mackenzie
you.
Sales, duh.
Shit.
Head cheerleader, homecoming queen, part-time model. Who the fuck
Anyway,
are you?
D&D.
Anyway.
I
Yep.
here.
Okay, let's focus up. Thank you.
Harold's gonna wander over and just say, "I'm sorry, is this your abode?"
She goes, "No, the tower is not mine. The cart is, though. I am here to meet a friend.
Are you
Who the fuck are you?"
Are you a friend of Van Richten's? Freya holds up the trap guide. Is like, "Does this sound like him?" And then she reads the entry about the door.
I'm fairly
In
certain
his-
that he
in
didn't
his
go by
accent.
Van Richten here.
Didn't he?
Hasn't he got a fake name and a fake identity?
Oh, did we
He
get
does.
his fake name?
Well, you say Van Richten.
I do say Van Richten.
And she goes, and you read that first out. She goes, that does sound like him. Who are you?"
We're passing through, and he was offering to let us stay here for the night. But then we happened to touch the door wrong, and a dragon appeared. So,
The security system is robust, to say the least.
I mean, it's also that you dared your brother to do it.
well, I didn't open with that, but yes, I may have dared my brother to do that. We have the
Well,
key.
Regardless.
She holds up the key.
Well, I suppose if you have the keys, and I am Esmeralda de Enfer. Or Devania. Sorry. I'll put it in chat.
Harold does a little bow and just says, "I'm a Herald of the Raven Queen."
Freya.
She sort of nods at you. She gets off her horse. And at this point, Freya, now that you're kind of the commotion of the dragon and the sudden arrival of this woman, you smell quite a lot of blood. And she has her jacket sort of pulled very tight around her, but you smell quite a lot of blood coming off of this person.
Which way did she ride up from?
The direction you all came from.
We didn't pass any, like, people, or there weren't any settlements or anything that way, right?
No, you didn't pass anybody.
Okay. Freya makes a note of that, but doesn't do anything yet. Well, we would be more than willing to share this space for a night if you wanted. Well, if you wanted us out of your way, we can be in the tower. You can be in your cart. We can make an arrangement like that.
If you have seen Jonathan, where is he? I have not been able to find him.
Does she naturally call him Van Richten, or does she call him that because I called him that?
Ooh, that's an insight check.
Yeah.
I would also like to make an insight check.
Go for it. What are you looking to
I just don't trust this person. If they are on horseback and they were behind us this whole time, then they would have caught up much sooner.
I think the home rule is that you need to insight check something specific. You can't just be like, her vibes are off. Insight check.
I mean, if you want to do a general insight check, you will get more general information. You won't get a specific info.
That's fine.
If that makes sense.
I mean, I got a 13.
I got an 18.
It would be nice if there was a skill for vibe check. That would be useful.
I made a game
Don't
once
fucking
that
say
had
that.
a
Go
vibe
look
check
at the
game.
go look at the 30 or 40 character sheet or whatever it was I looked at. There's like a skill for running and a skill for walking and a skill for swimming and a skill for handstands, and then come back and think about what you did.
I put all my skill points into running and I forgot how to walk.
So with an 18, I don't know how to put this. It does. The name seems familiar to her, but calling him that does not seem to come naturally. As for a vibe check, with a 13, I'll actually give you this, Karth, with your proximity to her, and you being the little murderer that you are. She is holding it together incredibly well for someone who would appear to be wounded.
Walker. Karth is fully gonna just walk over to Walker and tug on her like pant leg.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give her like a little cure wounds? She's bleeding.
Walker is going to immediately medicine check to see what the situation is.
How the fuck did you have a little murderer PNG just sitting around?
Google is a website that can be used to search for all kinds of images.
Go ahead and make your natural 20. You can't. The wound is definitely on her side. You can't see it, though. You do see the hem of her jacket. You see her jacket does look a bit damp, like it's starting to soak through.
Ma'am, would you like to sit down before you fall down? And would you like some medical attention?
Technically,
That
she's
is
sitting up. She's
quite
sitting
a
on a
wound.
horse. She goes, how do you, how you say?
I can smell it.
How do you know him?
Van
She
Richten?
pulls the reins up. She
We
nods.
Freya motions between her and Tyr. And she's like, "We are witchers. We were working with him in Vallaki. He was assisting us. We assisted him a little bit. And then we had other things to do. But we will meet up with him again once we're done with our mission."
You are Witchers.
Yes.
Oh. She seems to relax a little bit.
Freya holds
She
up
goes,
her Witcher medallion.
Yeah, she goes, I do not think I can get off the horse on my own, if I am being honest with you.
You can't get off the horse safely.
And I am Rictavio. I am his apprentice. Was.
What was the name she just said?
Rictavio. I think that's it. Hold on. Double checking.
Want to get a
Like
fucking
little 10
Yeah,
points of healing
Octavio.
touch while little 10 points of healing while Walker reaches up to help her down off the horse.
Okay. Rictavio, so the bleeding stops. Rictavio, that's Van Richten's first name. And I'll give you off
Rick
that
Van
insight from
Richten.
early. Yeah,
Yeah.
off that earlier insight, that came far more naturally.
Hey. Hold on a second. These
Yeah,
cats are
'cause
growling at each
I
other.
was his apprentice. Thank you. And you help her down off the horse. Very. Oh. She sort of wobbles on her feet. I'll give you this now that you're up close with that natural 20, the 27 medicine check. You can also see she has not slept in maybe 2 days. 3 days. It's been a few days since she's slept.
Sick. In which case, Walker's gonna look her dead in the eyeballs and go, "My name is Walker. I am a combat medic. And as such, I'm gonna take the prerogative here." And she's just gonna lift this woman into her arms, turn around to the door and go, "Open that door. Let's get inside."
Make a strength check.
Aw, man. Can I get advantage for lesbianism?
Yeah, if the
No,
if the
but you can do
flower
it as
petals
athletics.
are flying around, does that give?
Truly, hold on. I don't think Walker would need to make a strength check to carry this woman. She's probably, assuming standard human size, given that she has a prosthetic and prosthetics are actually lighter than normal legs, she probably comfortably fits inside Walker's carry capacity.
Walker, what
Which
is
is
your
good
carry
because I rolled a
capacity?
9.
No, what is your? I said you could roll athletics, or is your athletics not?
Oh, sick. Okay, hold on. Yeah.
But also, what is your carry capacity?
Well,
Uh,
if Walker's
Mm.
strength modifier is a 14 or a 15, then it would be 210 pounds.
This girl is not 210 pounds fucking soaking wet.
No, you can pick her up. She is well within your carry capacity.
Which is fine because I got a 20 on my athletics. I'm a bitch like a fucking knight in shining armor. Let's go.
This is going to be like the end of the film when Richard Gere comes in and what's the name of it?
Pretty Woman?
Pretty Woman, yeah. It's going to be like the end of Pretty Woman.
So when you lift her up, she does recoil a little bit, because just as you're picking her up, the wound is super big on her side. But she also looks, she looks at all you goes, I suppose I'm going in the tower. I've not been in the first
Yes,
floor
ma'am.
yet. Do not open the wagon.
Oh yeah,
no, it's
the
chock full of
firebombs already found
chock
him.
full of
Yeah,
firebombs.
yeah,
You're good.
is ensures that if someone messes with my stuff, they pay for it.
Sick. Walker's gonna dump another 6 points of healing while we're just standing here.
Thank you.
Actually, Miss
Devanir.
Davenier?
Definitely.
Davenier?
My accent is bad, but she is French.
I
Devanir.
Devonier.
Devonier.
Yeah, probably.
Do you want me to see if I can rig those up better? Because I found those in like 5 seconds.
Not at the moment, but perhaps.
Okay, just because honestly, any thief worth their salt putting those alchemist fire there, you're just adding extra loot to your cart.
He's not wrong. I was able to see them, and this is 100% not my vibe. The door, please.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
to the important matters.
Freya, since you have the instructions.
Yeah, if you give me a second. Freya puts the key in the door. She does the turny bit that
Yeah, you do
Van
the
Richten said on
combination.
the yeah.
Yep. And you walk in, and you just all.
Oh,
You died.
You all enter the room, and you see 4 stationary, what look to be clay golems
Freya glances
holding
between
chains.
these.
And they are just fully stationary. They are holding chains that go up into the ceiling.
You got an instruction here, boss.
Freya holds up her hand and then goes to the the list of traps.
It doesn't appear to be on the list of traps, but you do see note about damn convenient fellows going up and down. Just tell them up and down.
Okay,
I think it's a lift.
Freya will step inside
Trust me, bro.
and then say to. Is this a platform in the middle here?
There's nothing there, but you can see not the next floor, but up a floor above. There is a wooden platform.
Freya will,
like the third floor.
Freya will turn to the one on her left and say, down, please.
And then it nods, and then they just start like kind of just feeding the chain up through in like a loop as it slowly creaks down. It takes it about 2 minutes to come all the way down to the ground floor, and then they stop.
Pretty slow.
In that time,
you also know it would be because it's not smooth. It's not like it's just rolling. It is as they lift, so you know it stops every time they reach their like arm length. So it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride.
I see.
As he comes up the step, Harold suddenly remembers that he is quite gravely wounded, and just kind of leans against the wall on the inside.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Walker leans over and she has no free hands, so she just shoulder bumps him.
I mean, can't you just heal yourself? Did you need to do the dramatic, like, oh, lean?
I think you already used it.
I
need a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. You take the 10 from Walker. And he's
Walker's gonna look at him. Walker's gonna look at him a lower voice and go, "You should know better than to keep that shit to yourself. Speak up. We can deal with it and move the fuck up. Come on now."
I'm sorry. I forget sometimes. He kind of bumps his chest like a heavy smoker, would bump their chest, and as he bumps it, like sort of small bursts of light go into his chest. He's just going to use a bit of his lay on hands to give himself a little bit more.
You're lucky you're funny. 20. You're a dumb motherfucker sometimes, buddy.
But yeah, looking around this first floor, I'll tell you, it's what you see is what you get. A lot of whatever was in here has been destroyed. Clearly, this was a tower that was used once before. But whatever it was used for, you can't even really tell in this floor. There are some old crates sitting off to the side, but a lot of stuff has just been sort of smashed or just left to decay.
Freya will turn back to the group as the thing is being pulled down, and she will say, "Before you touch anything, ask me first." She points specifically at Karth.
You know, I'm really not getting the level of respect I deserve, considering that in the time we worked together, I haven't set off a single fucking trap.
I mean, that's
Are you
fair.
aware of
However,
jinxing things as like an arcane property?
I was gonna
You
say,
also
do we count the giant gem in the center of your chest as a trap?
That happened a long time before I knew any of you chuckle fucks.
It literally
To be
got ripped
fair-
out of your chest like 3 days ago.
Not a trap. I was assaulted by a trusted lieutenant.
Because you
You're a
decided
thief. That sounds like a trap.
Yeah, especially because it happened because you told the god that lived inside you that you would do better without him.
Freya
And
claps her hands together and is like, "Stop talking about personal matters in front of a stranger, please." She makes a motion towards the the woman
That
who we
is
don't
fair. I
know.
would not have said anything like that, to be fair. It's
well, now
probably
it's
a
just
good
fucking
call.
awkward.
You also can tell, Freya, this only will take one of you at a time up.
Yeah, that's what I figured because it's
Yeah,
so
this is
small.
gonna, yeah.
It might take Grog and I together.
No, Grog, or probably Grog and Karth could probably go with someone as well. The rest of you, other than like, having a look, actually, is anyone here? Weird. Tool proficiency checks.
Tool proficiency.
Is anyone proficient in any kind of tools?
Thieves'
Specifically looking
tools,
for.
No,
I might be.
poisoner's kit.
I don't think the Witchers get any tool proficiencies.
Probably not.
Herbalism, poison, and
You
healing.
know what tool I am proficient in? My sword, baby.
That doesn't count.
Grog, are you?
I haven't checked, but like, no.
Are you sure? Deep Gnomes might have one.
Maybe I doubt it.
Let me. I want to check something here real quick.
No, I have no tool proficiencies listed. Just common, undercommon, gnomish, deep speech, primordial, and infernal as language proficiencies.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So,
Are there stairs within visual range?
no. This is the only way up and down. Looking up, though, Walker, you can see that the reason why there's so much crap here is the floor above is partially collapsed.
Oh, sick. This seems safe. This is fine.
And also, it definitely, the floor above, at least floor directly above, definitely moves when you pull on the, when they were pulling on the chains. But Freya, what floor would you like to go to?
I guess we'll go.
There are 4.
Okay. Are we on the first one? Or are there?
You are on the first floor.
Okay, so there's 3 other than this. I will go to the one floor above this one.
Okay.
And scope it out.
Walker looks at her. It's like, just be careful. I can see that floor moving from fucking here.
What?
Walker points upwards. It's like the floor is moving.
The...
Or the ceiling from where we are, but the floor above us is literally in the process of collapsing.
Is it moving? Okay, hold on. Before I pick the level I'm going to, I open up the
Okay, go
trap
ahead.
thing, uh, the guide, and I see if there's anything that's like the
Okay.
second floor is a bogus floor. Don't go to that one.
No, you don't see anything like that. I will give you this, Walker. There is scaffolding that goes up to the third floor on the outside of the building.
Hmm.
And what's her name said she had never been to the first floor.
She's not been inside.
Oh, she's not been inside at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we can assume that levels 1 through 3 are treacherous.
1 second.
Or 0, 1, and 2, if you're counting them.
Mhm.
Hang on. They did something to Okay. So as you go up to the next floor, Freya,
Wee.
you find nothing, but the floor is definitely rotted away.
Hmm.
There's not much. There's literally nothing other than you can see a window that is busted out that you could see that you could get out onto the scaffolding that is outside.
Okay. Um. How can I communicate with the statues from here? Freya will shout down, up another level.
You don't hear a response, but suddenly, with quite a lot of warning, you find yet another floor. Again, it seems to be the end of the scaffolding out of what appears to be a hole in the wall. It's
Hmm.
not even you also see that this floor looks even shakier than the previous.
Hmm.
Like you would not want to set your foot down here.
Okay. Uh, up one more.
This is going to take bloody forever.
Mm-hmm.
Karth
It
is
took like 10
already
minutes to get
at
up
this
here.
point. Karth is already just gonna head out, not even gonna step into the building and just start setting up his fucking tent on the side of the building.
It takes about 2 minutes to get to each floor.
Okay.
While they're doing that, Harold's just going to ask Juicin to go with Alan and just do like a couple of 100 feet out perimeter sweep. Alan will
Isa.
let us know if anything approaches and vice versa.
He mounts Alan, and they go out and they start doing a perimeter sweep. That will actually. I'm gonna roll for that on occasion. Okay. Um. So up here, this floor actually seems like it's um, fairly fairly livable. Um, there's a little bit of a smell of mildew in here. Um, Actually, no, because they have the stuff. No, this is fine. It has what it literally describes as a cozy-looking bed, a desk with a matching chair, bright tapestries, a large iron stove with plenty of wood stacked behind it. Light comes in through what would be arrow slits. The windows on the outside are fairly dirty, but you can open them to use them as arrow slits. Um, there are some shutters on the outside. A lot of those are broken. Um, there's a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. There are wooden rafters up above you that are holding up the weight of the roof, which is seems to be perfectly intact. Um, and then up mounted up there is the pulley system for this elevator.
Hmm. Okay. Um, Alright, we'll step off and then shout down, uh, take it all the way to the 4th floor. Down.
And the elevator starts slowly moving down. Those who are going upstairs can uh, move their tokens to the 4th floor.
Yeah, I'll come with as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna stagger so we send her up in between Harold and I. So if anything happens, there's somebody on hand who can deal with it.
You also kind of look at it and go, I don't know if that can hold more than one person at a time
Hmm.
of the both of you fully adult weights.
Hello, Harold.
Hello, that's so fucking ages.
Yeah.
I'd have probably been quicker climbing the outside of the building.
Who else is coming up?
That might be what the scaffolding is for.
Possibly, I guess Carth will find out.
Hmm.
As she comes through, he's gonna like just put a hand out and sort of gesture towards the bed, and say, "Come on, let's get you comfortable."
No, really, it's all right. I just let me sit. I will sit for a moment.
And that's absolutely fine.
Okay, last call. If you don't move your token up, I'm going to assume that you are camping out on the ground outside.
Oh, I have to move, dear. Dear will follow. Boop.
Walker is also still down here.
Thank you. I was going to ask you to move me.
Alright, you're up there now.
Thank
While
you.
everyone else is like complaining about the fact that the lift goes too slowly, Grog's been asking pointed questions to the golems about whether they get to take breaks or if they're just forced to stand here all day.
Strong rose pilot energy. I appreciate it.
Does Grog know what a golem is?
Fucking maybe not.
Make an Arcana check.
Do they have golems in hell?
Like probably not. I think
They
that's what
might
you have dead
make
people for.
into flesh
That's what you-
golems.
I was
Just for
gonna
fun.
literally flesh
The
golems. Was
15?
that was the first thing that came to
So-
my mind.
Having a look at these guys, so they would fight back if they were attacked, but there's no. Think of them like a robot that has a defense protocol. Otherwise, they are really just a fancy pulley system. Like there's no internal thought. They're not sentient nor sapient. Just a bit showy. I'll give you this. I'll give you this as well. With a 15 on Arcana, they're old.
Old?
So by the time Grog gets to top, Grog's gonna be like,
Listen, I'm not an interior designer, but I probably would have finished building the tower before installing the golems.
Mm.
He was an interior designer. His house looked like shit.
To be fair, it probably the floors were probably there first. They must have just fallen into disrepair.
how do you get your character to move not on a tile?
Either shift
You
or
hold control or hold
Is it
alt.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a button you hold. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
alt.
out. Cool. Grog sits on this table.
Oh well, when you sit there, Grog, there are a bunch of papers and things sitting on the table. Do you just sit or do you have a look?
Grog sits on them.
Do I notice Grog sat on the papers?
I mean, Grog's in the room. I don't think Grog's hiding it.
Be careful. There's stuff under you there.
Okay.
Freya's
I'm
going
just saying
to,
it might be important. Be careful.
Why would it be important? This is like an abandoned building we're taking a nap in. I mean, it's, I guess, not that abandoned, but like, come on now.
Listen, I'm not the most perceptive person in the world, but if there are papers and things up here, then that suggests that someone has perhaps been here recently.
I was gonna say you all are aware Victavia was using this place as a base of operations.
Yeah.
Fairly recently.
But she said she'd never been inside.
She hasn't.
Ah.
This tower is being used by the Vampire Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
By the Van Helsing of this.
Yeah.
The Van Richten. He's Van Helsing. He's Van Helsing, right? He's been using this as a base.
Grog is just like sat blankly staring at the Herald.
It's probably fine.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. I'm gonna put a fire on.
Freya had a lot
Warn
of
me
time
about
up
what?
here.
It's what is it going to be? His diary? Are you worried I'm going to fart on his diary?
I would really rather you didn't fart on his diary, if that's all right with you.
Why?
Listen, you can fart anywhere else in the room. I wouldn't care.
Farting on diaries is
Not
rude.
anywhere else.
I was
Alright,
going
well,
to say,
not
you
near
don't
Walker,
want
but
me
anywhere
farting near
else.
that fire. You really don't want me farting near that fire.
Are you all sure you are friends of Victavio?
They've
Grog,
had a lot of head
Grog is
injury.
like picking out a tooth with a pinky, just like, I never claimed that.
We, Freya motions between her and Tyr, are friends with him. They are traveling with us.
You can
I
see
don't
by our
understand.
vampire friendship bracelets.
Have I even met that guy? Was he the guy with the monkey?
He was the guy with the monkey. Well,
He still has.
he
Oh, that is good. I'm glad he's still around. He's had
What-
the monkey forever.
What's the monkey's name? I asked our new friend.
Hold on a second. I don't remember.
This is obviously a test of her her knowledge of our mutual acquaintance.
I hope the monkey's name is something normal, like Peter.
Sven.
Sven.
Monkey.
Come along, Sven.
The monkey's name is. She goes. It's Piccolo.
I think
That
it
was
was
close.
Piccolo. I think that's right.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I appreciate that he is just essentially a tiny capuchin, right?
Mhm.
This is the toughest fucking capuchin ever because they're like, I don't know, use baboon stats for it. And I'm like, those are very different monkeys, but all right. That is a vicious tiny little guy.
That's a difference of like Probably 100 or more pounds.
It's
Um,
Monty.
It's just a harmless
Yeah.
little bunny rabbit.
She goes,
uh,
it's Piccolo. I'm so glad to hear that he is alive, at least.
Has he had him for a long time?
Oh, yes. Well, I think he renames the monkey Piccolo, so it might not be the same as I once knew. But
oh,
Does he often take him on adventures on his work?
oh, everywhere.
How many fucking monkeys are in Barovia that he can keep killing them and getting new ones and naming them Piccolo? This is not like
Like, he
Grog
only
comes towards the window. Not monkey climate.
recently came to Barovia, as I have.
yeah.
Oh
They weren't
fuck!
from
I
here.
forgot he could do that. I
Where
was
were you
gonna
before
say
you were here?
why, but his whole thing is hunting vampires. So like, yeah, I guess you would. In which case, why is he only here? Like, surely this is just like fucking about what a day in the park. Like you skip down the street, start indiscriminately chucking stakes at people's heads, and like 8 times out of 10, you've probably killed a vampire.
The stakes would have to hit the heart, but yeah, he's been here for over 3-4 months. I
What did
only
he?
just arrived a week ago.
Oh, you didn't come with him.
No.
Where
So
were you
we
before you were here?
was in Waterdeep.
Mm.
To tell you the truth, we had a bit of a falling out years ago. But I heard
May I
he
ask
was.
why?
You certainly may ask.
Will you tell us?
No.
Fair.
Fair enough.
While we have not spoken, he essentially raised me. So when I heard he had come here, I followed. I do not even know how he managed to get here.
How did you manage?
How
to
did
get
you
here?
manage to get here?
I was born Vishanti.
Mm.
We can all just come and go as we please.
Very useful skill indeed.
I have not been here since I was a child.
Do you know why he came here?
No. Partly why I'm here to find out. He is getting as he's old. He should not be doing things such as this. Many have tried to kill Strahd, and he came alone. I do not know what he is thinking.
Do you think he's trying to kill Strahd?
Yeah? That would be my thought.
He seemed.
Then it would seem we are of common purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also not trying very hard in our experience. So, like, it might not be that. It's not like we ran into him while he was storming the castle. He's just fucking hanging out in town. But
One
like,
man storming the castle isn't so much storming the castle as knocking aggressively, and I don't think that's going to get the job.
You
no,
know,
To be
got, like,
fair,
What town is he in?
well, he was
Bingo.
moving. He's not going to be there for much longer. He was in Valaki.
He was
That's
actually
why.
leaving a day or two after you did, so he's probably gone entirely.
Yeah.
I was just at Valaki.
He was
Well, past
disguised.
it. The elf bard, yeah?
Mm. Yes.
Okay. She's gonna be German because I cannot do the French.
We are German now, it is okay.
It's okay.
Everything
Ah,
is
Versailles, I
satisfactory.
see. Yeah, okay.
She's from Alsace and Lorraine. It's fine.
That's the same joke, motherfucker. I
You
just
said
got the
Versailles,
location
it
wrong.
doesn't
I know, I
count.
got the location wrong.
You got the
Fuck you.
location wrong, so you don't get the joke.
No
Versailles is
points.
in France.
Huh?
Because Versailles is just like in France.
Yeah. No, so Alsace and Lorraine have changed back and forth between France and Germany their entire existence.
I was
Everyone who
reaching
lives
for.
everyone who lives in those two villages very specifically speaks both French and German. That is how often they changed hands throughout history. It's only been since World War II that they have settled, and I believe they're in France again, but only just.
You,
And
you
before it was
cabin and
Germany, they were.
baguette.
Yeah, before it was Germany, it was between France and Prussia, and so they've been changing hands for their entire history. Anyway, history lesson over.
Walker's gonna
My
take
degree
this.
at work.
Walker's gonna take this moment of ineffable silence and go. How were you so grievously wounded?
I was. I had been searching for Rictavio, and I met a. It was late at night. There was a fire. I went and shared the camp with someone, and they. Well, things went sideways, and they attacked.
Oh, did you talk to them? Because sometimes people have like bugs in their mouths.
She did not have a bug in her mouth, no.
Okay.
And she pulls back,
We'll
and
cross that off the list.
you can see the wound is just a giant claw mark.
Oh fuck! Are you a werewolf now?
No,
Please
she was not a werewolf, as far as I am aware. She was, you say, dragonborn.
Oh fuck! That's
Huh.
Grog points at Karth and
That's
then
your
Yeah.
fucking
leans,
pal.
Wait.
like tilts his head back, like making eye contact with Karth, like finger shaking, like.
Sorry,
Downstairs.
Chief. I'm outside still.
Garth
Oh,
didn't
right,
come
okay.
up.
Grog,
Grog
Grog,
goes
stick
to
your
the
head out the window and shout this news then, would you?
Yeah, no, Grog does. Grog runs over to the window and sticks her head out down to Karth and like,
Hey!
What?
Your stupid fucking betrayer, cleric, wizard, whatever, is the one who nearly killed this broad.
Shit.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. What color dragonborn was it?
How
Gold?
many fucking dragonborns are there in Barovia?
You've seen one or two. You've
Yeah.
seen one or two.
Okay, but a gold one is pretty sure that's. You know.
She's maybe sick. I could not tell. She had something on her face and neck.
Ooh, was it black veins?
No, it was
Oh.
sort of reddish color.
Reddish.
What color was that crystal, if I recall?
Garth,
Red.
is Himarath red?
Yeah.
I thought he was. I just assumed he was like black goop.
Guys,
Where-
Himrath's red.
Can I just ask a quick question? Those red markings, were they more intense around her mouth by chance?
Ooh, do you think they've been making out? That's gross.
No. Just on a bit on her cheek and down her neck.
We know she has probably merged with the crystal in some way, given how it worked with Garth. So I was just wondering if she'd eaten it.
I figure she probably just shoved it into her chest as well. Which, I mean, upside, if it's that easy to take it out of Karth, who'd had it for a while, it's not going to be that hard to take it out of her.
Especially if we don't give a shit about her dying, that's true.
Yeah.
Do we give a shit about her dying?
No, she tried to set Walker on fire.
Yeah, no,
she's also tried to set me on fire as well. So I'm
That's
not one of your group, but she did. And she clawed me. I did manage to hurt her, though.
Nice.
She did not come
How hurt?
away.
She said,
How hurt?
She fled into the forest. Uh, I cut her fairly deeply.
Nice.
How far away from here was that?
Oh, the other side of Valaki.
Oh, okay.
That was where I got the horse.
Shit.
So she's on foot now.
Well, I mean, she's on foot on the other side of Valaki a few days ago.
Until she can get another horse, she's on foot. But it's good to know she's on foot.
Or was.
Or was.
Wait, I'm not in this conversation. Are these?
Garth, how much fucking pocket money did you give her? Like 2 horses?
What? I don't pay my
She
people.
stole the first one. Or no, she bought it.
No,
she
she
bought it.
bought it.
I don't pay them things.
Freya,
Well, that's a little bit fucked up, but
Well, no, they're not my employees, Grog. She was my friend.
Anyone who's wounded, by the way, go ahead and take another 7 points of healing.
thank you.
Mm.
You know, I'm tired of yelling.
Just
Freya,
come up.
are these scaffolds trapped at all according to your little list?
Just use the
Can you
fucking
heal me?
golems, dude.
Oh yeah, I can heal you.
Thank you.
Freya goes to the window and is like, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about scaffolding. It doesn't say anything about scaffolding, right?
Well, they didn't
No,
say
that
before,
was
she would say.
Rictavio had set that up himself.
Oh.
From the notes. Because he was trying to fix up the tower.
Mm-hmm.
I love that in the middle of this conversation we're having between our new friend, Grog, Freya, and Walker.
Fourth floor,
just, while we're
please.
yelling back and forth to Carth, Walker just randomly goes like, Ashmane, do it. And then, like, the room fills with holy light and everyone just, like, blows past it.
You know, that just
Fourth
happens
floor,
sometimes.
please.
Clerics do be like that, though.
It brings it down and takes you up. Card.
Man, Rob,
I'm
you
tired
are
of
fucked up.
tired of yelling.
Well, that was your fault for staying on the ground like an antisocial old dick.
You know, for all
I'm
Let's
the
try and be polite in front of our guest.
Once I've rested here, I will likely go back down. Says my horse, and it would appear you have some horses as well that should not be left unattended.
oh, we have people.
Uh,
for that.
They're actually.
I assume
This
that
will my
all of our
I
NPCs are with
also
them.
sleep in my tower.
Yeah,
Or
I
my
was.
hut,
Not
my
gonna lie.
wagon.
I was also wondering why we brought her up here after she said that was her cart.
Because we wanted to talk to her and she was hurt.
You could have talked to her in the cart.
Where if we were going to be attacked, we would have been immediately attacked and we would have taken this time to deal with it.
Yeah.
Why are you sleeping in the car and not either up here or on the ground floor?
Grog
She
points at
didn't
the
have the key.
lone single bed and is like, there's not a lot of room.
She's here alone.
I had tried to get in.
Oh, did you fight the dragon too?
We do have the only key.
Yeah, I did fight the dragon.
Oh, we could make you a copy of the key.
Can we do that?
Can I make a suggestion? How many horses do we actually have outside? We've got Alan. We've got her horse, and that's it, right?
No,
We
you have Alan. You have her horse. You have Tyr's horse. You have Brunch, the hog. You have an ox that is pulling
the cart.
the Witcher's cart, and you have
And
a
then-
horse pulling the carriage that you all have been riding in.
At
We
least
should
one horse
honestly
for
just
that.
use one of either Alan or Tyr's horse to pull the second cart.
I was mostly going to suggest that perhaps the way forward would be to have the animals sleep in the lower floor of the tower and all of the people.
They
sleep-
will not fit. It is a door built for people.
Hmm.
Oh, it's a small door? Okay, never mind then.
This is a very small tower.
Poorly designed. Zero out of 10.
And there would be a gigantic hole in the center where the elevator goes.
No, on the ground floor, presumably it sits on top of the floor.
Is there
Regardless of the elevator, there are also 4 golems taking up a lot of space in the ground floor.
That's fair. That's fair.
This fucking door is like 1.5 feet wide. This is genuinely a very small door.
Mm-hmm. Looking at
For
this,
reference,
the horse
yeah,
is
this very much gave me like
huge.
Minecraft tower vibes. Like that door is 2x1 blocks. You are not getting a horse through it.
Yeah.
nor are you getting the ox through it in
No,
any
God.
direction.
Well, they can.
Get the ox through it in pieces.
Also, if one of you wants a horse, I have no need for it.
I mean, you might as well.
You don't
Why?
want the horse?
Well, if you're friends of Octavio, I suppose. If you do not know where he is, my best bet is to stick with you to see if you find him. No?
You could ride with us. You should keep the horse until we.
I do
find
not
him.
need the horse. I have the cart.
True, but if you.
Wait.
What's pulling the
what
cart?
What pulls your cart?
I can show you. We would have to go back down.
Oh God!
Before we wait, hold on. Just no offense, but before we do this, she turns around to the lady. Is like, I just need to verify the veracity of some of your statements. We are on quite a sensitive mission in quite a dangerous place.
Oh wait, it just occurred to me. Everyone who got healed by that cure wounds, take it back.
Oh.
Excuse me?
You didn't cast the spell. You went to cast and it failed.
So Walker just went and then like nothing happened, and everyone sort of looked at her.
Apologies.
This motherfucker burned my spell slot with no warning. What a dick.
I think it's a
on
the tower.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him. I blame Freya, who has the book that tells you whether or not there's an anti-magic ward on the tower.
He's not a dick. He's our friend.
You don't see anything about that on the.
I'm gonna attempt to cast the light cantrip.
Does not work.
I'm gonna get 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get on the lift. I'm gonna ask it to go down a floor. I'm gonna try it again, and I'm gonna do that over and over again until we've cleared all the floors.
Does not work.
That's gonna take 20 minutes.
I will say, you do have a bunch of papers that you could read through.
Yeah, Grog's just like, anyone got like dice, a talus deck? We're gonna be here a while.
I have both of those things, I believe, but they're on me, motherfucker. Okay, when she's cleared it all, she'll come back up.
So no spells inside the tower?
None at all.
Did you try going outside and seeing if it works just outside the door?
Well, we know that we can cast outside because we were fighting the dragon outside, and that involved magic.
Well. Oh well.
But while we are here, I am more than happy to answer your questions.
I would actually.
Your name is Grog, yes?
Oh, yeah. Aye.
Would you mind if I got the papers out from under you?
Sure. Don't blame me if they smell weird.
And she shuffles all the papers and she goes, I want to see what he's been up to. I do not know why he's here. Or why he thinks he can deal with Strahd on his own. So
I
Oh, wait.
so very much I really hate it. I really need us to go outside and identity check this bitch before we allow her to go into the tower that she couldn't enter without us.
she didn't
On
say
the-
she couldn't enter without you.
Said she'd never gone in.
No, she said she had not gone in.
Hmm.
That is true.
Maybe she just hasn't tried to go in.
You guys haven't asked her any questions, so I'm just.
I mean, she knew...
Can I ask her if she's tried to enter here?
Hold on. She knew the name of the monkey.
Monkey.
Knowing the name of the monkey seems a pretty, like, solid, you know,
Not
identification.
alibi, but something like that.
Yeah.
Only someone who would know Van Richten would know something like that. But
Right.
that does not necessarily mean that only a friend of Van Richten would know something like that.
I guess that's fair.
See, does the scaffolding come all the way up to this floor?
It was
No.
the floor
No.
below this one.
Damn, okay. But yeah, I could put out there. I would like to just get some feeling of truth on this bad boy before we just assume.
If you're, I'm gonna point this out. Kate, that could be you talking to me. If you are having this conversation with everyone, you have to have the conversation in front of her, right? So just be clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah,
100%.
I'd also
No,
like to just...
Walker,
Yes.
I just, maybe this is just, me being weird because I had a guy living in my brain for the past 50 years. Maybe we don't read through someone's private journals without their permission.
You've been
I mean-
stuck cuddling
turns
into your
and
pockets the
looks
whole
at
time
Garth
we've been
and
here.
is just like,
What? Okay, we do need to go outside and cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah, who
because
are
that
you?
Fucking, that works.
Because that's bullshit.
I mean, we also need to go outside and cast Stone of Truth because there's nothing funnier than Karth making his way all the way to the top of the tower, only for us to be like, good
Alright,
news,
time to
buddy.
go
All right, time to go back down.
Going down.
last in, last out. Grog hops
Well,
on.
Garth, you don't need to use the tower.
Hmm?
Or sorry, not Grog. Karth.
Karth.
You don't need to use the elevator. It is much faster for you to just go up and down the outside.
Yeah,
There's-
Karth is just gonna crack the fucking window open like, all right, I'm going outside, and he just fucking jumps.
Yeah, isn't the
Oh,
window just
did
the
you
arrow
say climbs
slit?
down the side, or did you say jumps?
I mean,
You said jumps.
it's more... I did say jumps.
And the scaffolding is one floor down.
I'm also at the wrong window for the scaffolding.
Well, I was gonna say, are we trusting? Are we
Yeah.
trusting the scaffolding to hold up when you throw yourself onto it? Bold.
I weigh 20 pounds.
That is 60 feet to the ground.
T was saying you could spider climb on the wall. You decided to throw yourself out of a window.
Gonna be a get down. Sorry, those death saving throws, buddy.
I
Would you
mean,
like to recant that window
Sorry.
choice?
25
Make an acrobatics check.
acrobatics.
Alright, so that's gonna half the damage.
aren't you a rogue? Don't you take half damage anyway?
He can decide to take half of this if he wants.
Yeah, I would also like to uncanny dodge the ground.
Oh,
Will
you're
you
not,
please move
you're not
after
a
the dark-
thief.
Oh, I am a thief. Hold on.
Thieves get you take half damage from falling.
No, that's a different thing.
isn't it?
So you have that goes down to
Second
7
story work.
because of your acrobatics.
Second story work gives me a climb speed
Oh.
and gives me an extra 5 feet of jump.
So yeah, you can uncanny dodge this. So you take 3 points of damage from a 60-foot fall.
Okay, so
Strahd leans
Garth
out
is
the
dead.
window and goes,
Can't you, like, climb on walls and stuff?
Garth, having just landed a quadruple back tuck, this was way cooler and you know it.
I don't. You threw yourself out the window. No one saw what happened.
Alan saw what happened. I know if no one got me, Alan's got me.
are you even on the same side of the building as Alan?
Alan is somewhere else, but there have been some of the there's. It looks like some people are some of the followers are setting up camp, at the very least inside this first section, as well as outside, so that
I
people
also
can
love the
monitor the
idea that
horses.
hitting a quadruple backflip or whatever would do anything to mitigate like vertical momentum. Like Karth just like dives out the window, crunches, like knees just shatter into a million pieces, and then just like goes like does the fucking Spy Kids thing of doing 5 flips in a row, like lands with his arms in a Y pose like an Olympian, and is just fine.
Anyway,
Superhero
okay,
landing.
so she agrees to go down with you because she says, "I have nothing to hide. You don't have to keep moving your icons back and forth. We will say you were all on the ground floor."
Yeah.
So you cast Zone of Truth.
I do indeed.
Okay. Once
Oh,
you're
you want
outside-
this one? I'll give you this one. You can use your spell slot if you want.
If you cast 2 Zone of Truth on top of each other, it negates, and then you can only tell lies.
Yes.
One of
The
these
zone of
zones you can
lies.
tell only truth.
Yeah,
One
one of these zones you're
tell
telling
Zone
only
of
lies, but you don't know which is which.
Oh, I forgot
Making
you
it
also had Zone of Truth,
completely
yes.
useless.
All right, well,
How
Kate, you
many
posted it,
level
so-
2 spell? How many level 2 spell slots you got left, Ben?
I got 2 left out of 3.
I got 2 out of 3.
All right, one
You
of you
volunteered
pick.
though. Go ahead and.
No, Kate, you
not
volunteered
me.
by posting. You get it. This was your
Alright,
idea
so
as
just
well.
mine.
Yeah, there you go.
So you cast it.
didn't-
What are your questions?
I
You
didn't-
feel that she fails the save. So anyone who wants to has to roll. If you can choose to fail this save, she chooses to fail it.
Garth will also choose to fail it.
Grog will fail it, and then we'll say, I didn't fart on the paper, but then we'll probably pay 20.
Freya will choose to fail it.
Harold lets the brain tingle happen.
Sick. In which case, Walker's just going to turn to our new friend and go, could you tell us again who you are and your relationship to Van Richten?
This is not help.
My name is Esmeralda. Was Van Richten's apprentice long ago. He taught me everything I know about hunting monsters and vampires. I am here to find out. One of the reasons I am here is to find out why he is here and help him if I can.
Aw.
So you would you categorize your feelings towards Van Richten as mostly positive?
I will answer the question you are trying to ask. I love that man like a father.
Plenty of people call it positive, though.
Freya,
What'd you say?
Well, like a human father or like a goblin father? Because
Like
cultural,
obviously human father.
just there are methods to get around Zone of Truth, including, you know, saying something that is technically true.
I mean, yeah,
It's
but like
important to
tone of
cover
voice,
bases.
facial expression. When someone says, "I love that man like a father,"
I
I
don't
I will
fucking
say
know how
this.
your faces work.
I will say
You all
this.
look almost
While he and
exact.
I while he and I disagree on things, and our parting was strained, I still hold him in high affection.
yeah, you said you love him like a father. That counts.
A lot of people
What
have
is
very complicated
your
relationships with their fathers.
It's kind of hard
for a
not.
D&D party? It's part of the package.
Mm.
I had very uncomplicated feelings about my father.
Oh
He
my god, we
tasted
get it. You ate
delicious.
your parents.
He tasted
Walker's gonna nod and go. And what are your intentions towards Strahd?
I'm that man like a tree.
I will kill him if I can. Help Van Richten kill him. Help you, perhaps? Depends. I am here for Rictavio, first and foremost.
Are you a monster hunter by trade?
Yeah.
Monster hunter by trade, bard by choice. Ding 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 ding.
Grog elbows Freya in the shin like a kind of way.
Are you doing that too?
Freya.
Why? Freya's like, stop touching me.
Oh, wow, sorry.
Why haven't you been into the tower before?
I climbed this scaffold. Did not have a way in. I did not know if it was trapped. Octavio loves his traps. I climbed the scaffolding, peeked in, couldn't get to the fourth floor, so I left my wagon here, and it draws attention, and so I figured there was a town only a couple of days' walk from here. It's fairly isolated, not a lot of traffic, if you didn't notice. So I walked, and I've been gone, like I said, about a week. I arrived here maybe a day after I got here.
And the wounds that you have are from the Dragonborn.
Yeah, it's a gold dragonborn.
Walker's gonna look at everyone else and be like, this is all I wanted to check, man. I don't know.
Where did you say you ran into the Dragonborn?
East of Valaki.
East of Valaki.
Yeah, like the opposite direction from where we went.
Yeah.
I was okay. So hold on. I spoke. I misspoke. DM misspoke earlier. She has probably been here closer to 2 weeks to make this.
She would have
timeline
had
fit.
to, yeah.
Yeah. So
Where did you...
that's. So I was coming back from Barovia Township.
We're coming back. Why did you
Yeah.
go all that way? Just searching?
She was looking for a vampire hunter.
Yeah.
That and checking in with family.
Aw.
Uh-huh.
What? You don't get to her. She's in the fucking zone of truth, and everything you've asked her so far has worked out. You dragged her all the way. I mean, we were coming down here anyway, but like, you dragged her all the way out here, and you're like, I don't fucking trust you. And then she's told the truth the whole time, which you know, because you cast your weird tingly magic on her. And she's like, I was visiting family. You're like, uh-huh.
No, you misunderstand. Walker gives Grog a very level look and then gives an apologetic look to her and looks back at Grog and is like, her family, who are Vishanti, who are predominantly in league with Strahd. I'm not. I don't believe that you were. I don't believe that you were visiting family. It is more of an I see. That is potentially of interest.
Do you have many family members in Barovia?
Many.
Like how many? Close family members?
No close family members. My immediate family is dead.
Hmm.
Yeah, that tracks.
I have about
What if
20 cousins,
Hmm.
That's not bad for a human.
more aunts and uncles than that, and cousins of cousins and cousins by marriage, and it's,
Yeah, that makes sense.
checking in.
How many Thomas?
what is
I've been gone a long time. They are not fully aware of my occupation.
Hmm.
what is your opinion of their purpose, their alignment?
Well, naive.
Hmm.
I see.
Interesting. Say more.
I will not.
I think it speaks for itself. Like, you're naive because they think it's the. Do you guys have the leopards eating people's faces party up here, or is that like a hell thing?
What?
I'm aware
Okay,
of the trope, yes.
Harold gets it. Maybe it's a Raven Queen thing. It's like like when you get people and they find a leopard and they're like, we're gonna befriend the leopard, and everyone else is like, you can't do that, it's a fucking leopard, it's gonna eat your face. And they're like, no, 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 it won't eat my face. And it eats everyone else's faces for a while, but then it gets hungry and it eats their face, and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe the leopard would eat my face. And that's like most of Faerun's history, and presumably the Vishanti.
Grog looks at her for affirmation.
Yes, and I just want to point out I now just have in my head of just Strahd in his castle going, all right, everybody, it's going to be a great day in Barovia. It's fantastic. I love it.
The sun's
Drink a lot of
shining, it's
blood.
beautiful.
It's beautiful. Well, the sun's not actually shining 'cause fuck the sun. I'm a great golfer. I have a big dick. I'm a great golfer. My golf game's fantastic.
Like nobody's seen anything like this before.
Thanks for that, Al. But
You're welcome.
but she goes, "They are naive, and I will leave it at that. Your zone of truth does not force me to answer your questions,
No.
only that I answer them honestly."
Yeah, we know.
That's right.
Yeah, that's comedy zone of truth.
But
It
Different
is
spell.
You guys have that.
how you say personal.
hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, which part is personal?
The bit where we're asking about her family, dum dum.
Yeah, that.
I didn't know if it was the thing with Strahd is personal. Is there a thing with Strahd that's personal?
What?
We're talking
You
about
trying to
him.
ask if she's single? What the fuck is this?
No, I'm saying, does she have beef?
Yeah.
Everybody
As you
in the
say-
goddamn multiverse has beef with
vampire
Strahd.
I have.
I mean a personal beef, not just the
Yeah,
regular
I have
beef.
very personal beef, as
Okay.
you say.
Her parents are dead, and also Vishanti. I think we
Mhm.
can, and we don't want to talk about it. I think we can all join some of these.
Oh, I did not put that one together. I won't lie. Rough.
That's why I fucking asked it.
Walker looks at her and is just like, I'm genuinely so fucking sorry.
That is right. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah,
Let's see.
also failed this.
Wait.
Failed this.
What did she say?
Do you
Does
have any
anyone
other
have any-
questions?
Oh.
And I said, fuck it, let's eat.
Haha.
I can't help but notice that this conversation has been very one-sided. I would make the suggestion that you may ask us questions also.
I mean, to be
As a-
fair, it's not like we've been particularly mysterious. She just may already have a decent vibe of that.
I also do not know if you are affected by the spell.
I have chosen to be so, yes.
That
I
is
have
fair, but
literally nothing to hide.
I do not have a way of knowing, so I suppose I just have to trust your word already.
I have a question. One more,
Yeah?
if you would humor me. You are a monster hunter. Do you detect any monsters among you right now?
Do not have the
Arth
same
just looks up at
supernatural
Freya.
abilities that the witches have, if that's what you're saying.
I mean more in the, how would you put it?
She's going to make an insight
Intuition.
check.
Yeah.
Are we still
An
going
insight
on
check.
about the Toby thing or whatever?
That is a natural 20.
Again, Karth just glares up at Freya like,
She is looking at you and she goes, "Oh, oh."
This is why it's
feel
important
like
She
to
only eats
ask.
French, it's fine.
I feel like you could have just said, like,
She
by
looks
the
at you
way,
and she goes, "Witcher first? Or
Always
did
Witcher
that come
first.
later?" No,
like in the timeline.
In the timeline,
no, I think that might also be correct. I don't think a vampire can be made into a witcher.
yeah.
I don't know much about how witcher mutations work. Not my area of arcane expertise, but like,
Especially
I know
if
how.
you get a fucking cheat guide ripped out of your brain.
In my bonds, it says my brother and I took the trials together. When I became a vampire, he chose to stay by my side. So that implies
So
the
Freya
order
became a
is
vampire after.
Witcher then
Yeah.
vampire.
That is fascinating. I did not know that could happen.
Yeah. I thought that, like, they went to give you magic blood so you couldn't get turned into a vampire.
I think that's a potion they have to drink.
Ah,
Well, it actually
I
worked
drank a lot
because of
potions,
the
but
plot.
just don't keep track.
Well, I see that you are definitely of it. I also see you travel in the company of holy people.
What was the first part she said?
That you are truly a witcher.
Hmm.
And I have met others of your kind that are kind. There is the Victavio used to see a vampire who also hunted his own.
Do you know him? Is that your vampire papa? Is that what the whole deal is?
Are you asking me? I don't know.
You could probably infer your Rictavio and not the guy who turned you, but the guy you work for were potentially in a gay relationship.
Yeah,
oh my God,
right.
you guys look sisters.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that. He was writing his book and he had a chapter where it was like, "Oh, me and the vampire I fell
First
in love
vampire, first love.
Yeah.
Ew! Ew!
Why are you saying you?
You're basically sisters. Gross.
Why is it gross?
Problematic.
How would we be sisters?
Because he's your Van Richten or whatever is your dad, and her vampire dad fucked your dad. So you're like basically sisters.
And for
Ew,
someone with such
Freya.
incredibly short legs, you can make massive leaps of logic.
I was also going to say, did I think his name's Jareth? I don't remember. We're going to call him that for now. Did he turn you?
Oh, I don't think we knew that. Yeah.
No, I think last time you and I talked about it, the answer was no.
Yeah.
He did not turn you.
Yes.
You just work for him.
I am in his employment. not necessarily his. I don't know what it would be.
He's got none of that control over you at all.
Right.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was like your sire. That's okay. Then it's not like weird semi-incest. You're fine.
We're not doing anything.
Yet.
There wasn't even anything. Walker had the moment with her. I've just been over here asking my questions. Freya throws her hands up.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we are done, I am going to go look through those papers and perhaps his things to see maybe where he has gone, what his plans are.
I would open
Agreed.
the window before you do that. But yeah, have fun.
Okay, so you guys start going through things. Who's going to help her go through the papers, and who wants to look around the room?
I'm still waiting for my half of this interrogation.
Wait, what room?
Oh, you want to go? You want to ask questions?
You want a
I
specific
thought I was
half
being.
of the...
I thought I was being asked questions.
No. So
No.
I don't know. Did anyone
She
have
doesn't give a
questions for?
I thought you all were asking me questions.
Why were we asking you questions?
Because I suggested we don't go through this guy's private shit, and you all freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, but mostly it's like a joke.
Yeah, that's just because you've never not wanted to go through people's shit before.
Think of it this way, Koth. May I call you Koth?
That's his name.
That's my name. What else would
Yes,
you
but
call
it
me?
could be Mr. or Ms. or Mix or...
Those are all people pronouns. I'm not a person.
You are to
You're
me.
a
You
person.
seem like a person.
No, I'm a kobold.
Is that still a person?
Don't undersell yourself.
But either way, you have the
Wait,
blood.
guys,
She leans down. She
story.
kneels down and she goes, "Do not forget, you have the blood of dragons."
Yeah. So why would I lower myself to be a person?
Dragons are people, and they're just like dicks.
Anyway, I was going to say, I would not normally go through his things. However, I am worried that he has come here and that he will get hurt. I do not think he is... I have concerns about his state of mind.
You don't
Your
think
hesitation
he
is
will survive?
understandable.
Hold on.
I mean...
How so?
Suddenly, I hear a rumor that he's decided that after retiring, that he's going to come out of retirement and go and kill the one vampire no one has ever been able to kill before.
I
I mean, he's mostly just been like playing music for people in a tavern, right?
he is trying to write his memoirs. He thought this would be a good
You also know that he
final
has
chapter.
he's been setting a armored saber-toothed tiger on Strahd's minions.
Oh yeah.
You're
That is
afraid.
fucking metal.
You're afraid he intends to go out in a blaze of Strahd.
Potentially.
Makes sense.
Blazing. Oh, yeah, I get it.
If it makes you feel better, since I am essentially his daughter, I will go through his personal notes. I will not let anyone else read them.
If he dies here, does he get reincarnated?
As far as I'm aware, if you die here, you do not go anywhere else.
Eh.
You become, so my people, we have lived here coming and going as we please. If you die here, though, you become one of the stars in the sky until there is a body that needs your soul. As the no new souls can be born here either.
Walker is currently just leveling a look at the Herald. It is just a devotee of a particular god being faced with heresy kind of expression.
Oh my god. Would you get over yourself? I can hear you glaring.
No. No, I will not.
Wait, actually, hold on. I have a question for you, Walker, but I want to know if you failed your saving throw.
She could, if she had, she could still say that she.
I don't lie to you, Car. Ask your question.
Is the reason why you turned me down because you're into chicks, but you didn't want to
Oh
say
my
that?
Oh,
God.
Jesus Christ, Garth.
I think I'm going to. This is a personal discussion in your group. I'm going to go through Octavio's things.
I
You
Anyone like to
apologize.
help?
For the best.
sister
Yeah.
girlfriend. Look at you.
Shut the fuck.
Walker also looks at Karth and goes, exactly what I told you. You do not fuck within the unit.
You just hear the. She's just slow. Unfortunately, she. Oh no! That's right. You guys brought it down, so she's able to stand on it, but because it's slowly going up, she's just turned her back and is very awkwardly staring at the wall. Is anyone going to go up with her to help, though?
I will
I'll
follow her
go
up.
and help her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go.
I have the trap list, so I need to make sure anything she touches isn't trapped.
Yeah. So who wants to go through papers? And so one person can help her going through papers, and two people can help her go through the room. So I need three people.
I mean,
I have
Oh.
I
18
am
I have 18 in int, so
I am the best at investigating, so I should probably.
These will be all investigation checks. So I need three separate ones.
Yeah, I'll go up.
yeah, I'll take papers. Me
Okay.
big smart.
Okay.
I'll have a
I'll
look
s-
around the room.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll also sweep the room, I guess.
Give them to me.
What are
I
we
know.
rolling?
Investigation, and I was gonna say, you can do it too if you want to go through the papers. We'll let another person go through the papers too.
I am slightly above average. 14.
Damn.
Okay. So this is gonna be Freya and the Herald. So who wants to go first? Papers or room?
Room first.
Room. Okay. You find kind of what you were expecting to find in a Vampire Slayer's room. Hidden stakes everywhere. Um, I'm gonna look through here. Um, you get close to the chest that's next to the desk, and it smells like lavender.
Hmm.
You check in with Freya. The chest is not trapped. You open it, and you find the slightly waxy looking embalmed head.
Uh. Whose head is it?
You don't know. But yeah,
Well,
Harold,
that's
you find a
curious.
head.
Do either of us have speak with dead?
I don't. Or do I? No, I don't.
I don't have it on my sheet. Hold on.
You have in the past. I don't think you have it prepared today.
Oh yeah, I have because I used it on the yeah.
But it does have a very strong. Make an Arcana check, guys.
Arcana. I'm not very good at Arcana, but I got a decent roll.
17. So because it kind of leans into the speak with dead, you the way it's been preserved, is a very specific. It essentially do. Um, it essentially helps preserve the head specifically for Speak with Dead and allows it to remember more than like a lot of Speak with Dead. It's a lot of very general information, whereas this it might even be able to recall specific conversations.
Who was it that was in the room with? Was it me, her, and
Aye.
Everybody
Karth?
rolled plus her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's Harold is just gonna sort of close the box again and wander over to Karth and just kind of motion for him to like, I got a secret to tell you.
What's up?
There's a head in the box.
It's my dick in
He's
the
been-
box.
One, cut a hole in the box. So yeah, he's gonna say like, keep this from her for now. It has been preserved in a way that may allow Walker to communicate with it at a later time.
Okay.
But we leave it there for now. Agreed.
Well, I mean, if you want to hide it, then I can just I could put it in the wizard tower
You could. That's a good idea.
because I've still got like 4 lipfuls of snuff from the time we
It's
tested
been
out
enough.
the.
It's been enough that the stuff has reset.
Oh, I didn't know it reset. I thought it replenished. I didn't know it reset.
Yeah, so he's gonna grab the head out, then he's gonna give it to Karth and just say,
Obviously,
Whoa,
she
whoa,
is
whoa,
up there.
hold on.
She is up there with you. You will have to make a sleight of hand with disadvantage to do this. She is. Go ahead.
disadvantage sleight of hand.
I mean, could I be assisting to make it normal?
I was gonna say,
Sure.
yeah, you've probably got better
Yeah.
sleight of hand than me,
No,
so
no,
I'll
no,
just let
wait.
you take it.
No. You've already said do it, but you can do it normally.
Or like no, without disadvantage. You mean?
Yeah, without disadvantage.
All right, let's see what we
With
get.
Karth helping between the two of you.
A 14. Yeah, can Karth do a help on top of that?
That was the help. It not being at disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
It's a fucking
Okay.
head.
It's not exactly
As you're like trying to subtly pass it over to Karth, she looks up and she goes, "Ah, yeah, he did." And she holds up the a small book. She goes, "I think his name is Jan."
Why would he be keeping the head?
I do not know why he was. I'm still reading. It would appear they traveled together for a while on the road. Then the Jan figured out who he was, and so he had to kill him. And he has been using him for information.
Well, forgive me for my clumsy attempt at secrecy. I simply didn't want to alarm you.
It was all right. This is not like him.
Indeed.
I did not even know he could speak with the dead.
Maybe he was looking for someone who could.
He has notes for conversations with the head.
Oh, well, wait. You can't cast Speak with the Dead more than once on a dead guy.
He's been saving it, which is why you should not cast Speak with Dead on this head.
Well, no, she just said that he has notes on conversations with the head.
It's been preserved in a way that like, makes it
having?
easier to speak with that. Presumably, whatever like preservation technique he's done on it maybe allows you to do speak with dead more than once. I don't know.
Who can say?
So, by the way, the spell.
Also, you can
only-
recast it every 10
Yes,
days.
Yeah, it's every 10 days. You can recast Speak with Dead.
Oh.
Oh. Even
So
on the
as long as
same.
it's been more than
Yep, it doesn't say anything about not being able to cast on the same. It's just that the spell fails if it's been cast on this corpse within the last 10 days.
Huh.
As long
Why
as he's
is
not done it in the
magic
last 10 days, then we might be able to do it.
Why is magic so fucking weird?
Do I need to roll Arcana? Do I need to roll Arcana to know that it is a bard, cleric, or wizard spell? I know about it. So Walker's just gonna turn around and go, if he's been speaking with the dead, he's picked up some skills as a cleric of we don't know, a bard, or a wizard. Just so we're clear.
Well, I've had it up to here with bards, so let's hope it's one of the others.
Have you run into
Hey,
many
what's your beef
bards?
with bards, Harold?
I don't have beef with them per se, they're just... I don't know, they're very ostentatious. It's not really my thing.
Some kind of aversion, mayhap.
Not an aversion, just... not a fan of people who constantly want to be the center of attention.
Interesting. Very interesting. I learn more about you every day, friend.
Is that
Well,
the
there's not
bad
much to learn,
Harold?
but we're getting there.
I love to be the center of attention.
Well, I get the feeling you will be for quite some time.
All
We
right.
have a lot of companions traveling with us. I'm sure they'll have lots of questions for you.
Walker immediately raises her hand and like pinches the bridge of her nose and is like, speaking of, when Apto tries to convince you that he's never played the loop before or he's never played cards before or whatever, he has. He 100% has.
Thank you for the information. So did you find anything in let's see here, who had done the reading? It was Freya. So
Well,
Freya, you did some of the other, you're the higher person for reading and stuff.
yes.
So you found that let me see. You found out that this was this tower once belonged to from what you can tell from Van Richten's notes and some other notes that are here, that this once belonged to a wizard named Kazan.
Kazan.
Khazan.
This was the name that was above the door.
Yes. And that he with the 15 you find out that he from what the rumors were is that a long time ago he found out a way to become a lich.
Oh.
And then tried to take over the realm from the realm of Barovia from Strahd, but instead ended up as his advisor for a while. And then, by all accounts, in some sort of mishap, blew himself up.
Okay, hold
You're
on.
not sure on the details.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
that's the end of that.
So Strahd was already in control of Barovia when this happened.
Yes,
And
he tried to
then-
challenge him to be the new Dark Lord.
Okay. And then he blew himself up in that fight.
No, later down the road, he was
Oh.
a magical advisor to Strahd for a while, as the rumors go. Because this is long before anybody who's currently alive was living, except for maybe some of the elves that live here. But eventually, yeah, he did. He tried to do. Some people say he tried to escape. Other people say he tried to summon something. He tried to grant himself more power. He tried to turn Strahd into a god. There's all kinds of rumors. But whatever happened, there was some magical whiplash, and it vaporized him
All right. We'll
or
put
killed him, or yeah, he's dead.
we'll put that into the notes. Lich who died hilariously. Was there
Tried
any?
to fight Strahd, then
Yeah.
liked him, then exploded.
Yep. So he had already given up his ambitions of taking control of a realm by the time he blew himself up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So why was he blowing himself up? What was the?
No one's sure what
No
he
one
was trying to
knows.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that bit's been
It
lost to
wasn't
time.
like the final fight with
No, no, he was doing some sort of magical experiment that went wrong.
This guy's a dumbass.
It's actually
Right.
as a Witcher, it's not uncommon for wizards to
Oh
turn
yeah.
themselves into horrifying things or blow themselves up or something of that nature. It's fairly common.
I'm sure that happens all the
Which is
fucking
hilarious because
time.
you think it would be warlocks who are more like
Hmm.
out of all the casters, is it the guys who routinely go up to big scary demons and are like, "Hey, are you doing anything this weekend?" Or is it the guys who go to school?
Yeah, but you got to remember wizards.
Ooh, empower me, daddy.
No, remember wizards have that whole especially when they reach a certain level, like becoming a lich kind of level, they have that whole you know, maybe I am better than God.
Maybe
Mhm.
I
And
am.
then and
Yeah,
then
no.
and then
See,
almost exclusively proved wrong.
It's just funny that like the one thing that precludes them from other casters is going to school. So the thing that makes wizards evil is the education
college.
system.
They went to
Because
Oxford.
like
Dude.
it's not just power corrupts, because warlocks have power, sorcerers have power. I'm sure there are other like unearthed arcana casters I don't know about that have power. Like monks and paladins and shit all have like arcane power. Well, monks have ki, but like whatever. It's magic. Shut up.
Paladins have
And it's
divine
only
power.
wizards that are like, yes, and I'll become a skeleton.
Oh no, no. To be fair, warlocks and sorcerers do it too. Wizards just have a certain panache to it
Mhm.
that when they go down in a blaze of glory, they make it everybody's problem.
Yeah.
I guess at the very least, they're more likely to leave a giant rune burned into the floor.
it's more ego, I think.
Hmm.
Um,
The search for knowledge often becomes the search for power.
yeah,
Power inevitably corrupts.
yeah. Um, so do you share any of this with the group?
Um. I don't. I. I. It's not that
What have you
funny.
found in your reading so far?
Um. Freya will. I think she cannot avoid telling the group this because she would be like, check out this guy who fucking blew himself up like an idiot. Um.
When you get to the part where he exploded, there's a slight twitch in the side of Harold's mouth, but that's it.
I'm
You
gonna have
you
to
don't think
ask
that
you a
was funny?
question here,
Yeah.
Freya,
Yes.
and I need you to answer honestly without meta knowledge of the DM asking you a very pointed question.
Okay.
Do you say his name?
Hmm. Hmm.
I love that we very, very
Fuck.
faintly heard Kate go "fuck" in the background.
You know,
What have we done?
that's a good question, and I should have played out the mentioning it to people.
Yeah, but it's all right.
I think I probably would say it just because I would be like,
Okay.
"Oh yeah, we saw his name over the door,"
Okay. Yeah.
because
Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah.
it says
Yeah.
Kazan right over the door.
When you say that,
Hmm.
the armor in the corner
Motherfucker.
I fucking knew it. I
Hold
knew that
on.
was the kind of name that you would say it and
Yep.
suddenly something spectacular
The
would
armor,
happen.
the armor snaps to attention,
Hmm?
takes several steps forward, and then plants its it's got a big halberd. Plants its halberd right in front of you, like on the ground, standing at attention.
Oh, hell yeah. I thought this was gonna kill us.
Well, this is new.
Freya turns to this. And is like, what commands do you respond to? She's going to think about it for a second and then be like, attention.
He tries to stand up a bit straighter.
Mm-hmm.
Harold says, present arms.
Yes, that was my next one.
Harold says that.
Mm.
It does nothing.
Present
Oh, that's
arms.
interesting.
It slap it it brings up the halberd, the end of the halberd up off the floor, takes it, and holds it out for you.
Well, it would appear you now have a pet robot. Good for you.
This does tend to happen.
You say that like it's happened before.
Does it not happen to you?
If anybody
No, it's
wants
not
to
very
make an
often I have pet
arcana
robots.
check, you can have a look over.
I'll make an Arcana check. I got a 15.
Okay. Anybody else?
Sure.
I grew up in a small village.
Natural
and didn't have
20,
robots.
baby.
Damn,
Oh, nice.
you're
Okay.
killing it.
Karth, this is an animated armor.
Mm.
Oh, not bad, Em. But I will give it to Kate here with the 27. Natural 20.
The
Looking
third one
at
of
it,
the game.
yeah. You look through, and essentially what you can tell is it is just an animated armor. It does not have any special qualities to it. It is just like no extra magical qualities to it. And however, it after dawn, whoever says its name has control over it till the next dawn.
So its
It's
name,
defend till dawn, buddy.
its name is Kazan.
You have to say the wizard's name.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. You also know that you can't hand off. I'll give you this with the natural 20. You're not going to be able to like listen to whatever the herald says. Do whatever the herald says. It's not going to be able to.
Gotcha.
It's not that complicated of a construct.
Take the elevator down to the first floor. Wait for me there.
It walks over. It gets on the elevator, and just stands there.
Down.
It starts going down. And once it gets to the bottom floor, it steps off to the side. It just remains at attention down there.
All right, we'll deal with that later.
By the way, you now have a big opening in the middle of the floor.
Up.
It starts coming back up.
Takes 8 minutes every time.
You hear a shout. You hear a shout from down below, with Abto going, an armor. Do we know this armor?
We're cool for now.
Dude,
Right.
I said left foot green. I know it's not colored green. Use your imagination.
What are you doing?
You know I'm a cat, right? I'm colorblind.
Fuck.
Don't worry about it. It'll only respond to Freya. It'll just stand there.
I told it to wait. It shouldn't do anything.
All right.
Consider it security.
Where I'm pointing, left foot there.
He puts his left foot there.
This is so much easier downstairs. We just kind of make everyone the same height. fuck?
I
So
have
he
a
goes,
I have a question.
go ahead.
The armor animated, but this is a no magic zone. How does that work?
Well, you see, animated armor isn't actually magical. It's a kind of mollusk that lives in
Yes.
between layers of
Harley?
plate metal.
So actually, that's a very good
Really?
question, and I'm going to use your 19,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll also piggyback with Kate's help here. It would appear that any magic done by Kazan
Mm-hmm.
still works in this place.
So he's got a firewall exception, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically.
good to know.
Not to get too nerdy about it, but yeah.
I get you. Well, that's something. So, did the notes say anything about were they in Van Richten's handwriting? Like, if I compare them to the trap list?
Yeah. Those notes were in Van Richten's handwriting.
Okay. Did he do any investigation into the tower itself?
He did. He set the traps.
Mm-hmm.
The boxes on the ground floor are empty.
Mm-hmm.
The furniture that is here is actually, I will give you this. He brought this furniture.
Okay.
So everything up here, other than the stove, which is built into the building, he brought. It would appear that when
That's
the wizard
interesting.
left, he took all of his things with him and
Mm-hmm.
abandoned his tower.
Gotcha. You know, I want to try something really quick. Frey's going to get onto the elevator and then say down.
You go down?
Yep. I go down to the first floor. And
Yep.
then I give Apto and everyone who is in the bottom floor a wave. And then she will turn to the statues and say down.
Are we in the bottom floor? I assumed we were outside.
You guys can be outside. That's fine.
I figured
So you're
outside
telling them
might
to
be
go.
better.
Oh, you're telling them to go down.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Damn. All right, worth a try.
Good guess, but
It's just
Hey, Freya.
up. What are you
Bye,
guys?
Freya.
What are you guys doing? Hold on. Wait.
Twister.
Down. Who are you playing Twister with?
Grog gestures. Whichever of the NPCs we brought with us who would go along with Grog if Grog said, "Hey, do you guys want to play a game?"
It's
Egg will totally join in.
Egg is trying. Egg is still learning. Egg is still only saying dada. What's his face? Barf is joined in.
Barf is
And
doing
has
it.
an unsettling way of playing this game of when you're like left foot green and he can't reach it, he pulls his foot off and throws it onto the green.
No.
No,
Um,
see, that's acceptable. It also,
and then also Tom
Fair.
is joining in as well.
we
The
don't have a
twins
Twister
didn't
net,
want
so
to.
Grog has just gotten a stick and like drawn a grid in the dirt.
All right. Carry on, I guess. Uh,
What are you guys doing other than finding a suit of armor?
um. Well,
We found a head.
there was a head. That seems to be Van Richten's friend, who I guess he had to kill. But kept his head to talk to. Which brings up some questions about our friend.
I mean, your vampire dad was into him. It kind of makes sense. He's the kind of guy who'd keep a disembodied head in his house.
We don't know that. We think we established it was someone different, but who knows?
We might attempt to communicate with it later. You'll probably enjoy that.
Yeah, we could probably do that. I mean, I have always thought that the Speak with Dead spell you could only do once, and then that dead could never be talked to again. So, maybe we can get some answers out of him. It would actually
I
be
mean, you're talking to
interesting.
me now.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess there's that. I meant a
Is
head.
the herald yelling down the like hole?
I like to think so.
Yeah.
We
Herald,
really
Herald
gotta
stuck his
start having
head in the hole.
conversations on the same fucking floor.
I haven't been joining
can't-
in with you guys, and every time we were yelling at Karth, we were yelling out a window explicitly.
Harold can't really shout, but he just talks a little louder than normal.
This castle or this tower needs an intercom system. What the fuck was
Saying
I doing?
that reminds Harold to try to check
You were
in
seeing
with
if there was. You were
Alan.
seeing if there was a basement.
Yeah, I wanted to see if there was a basement. Um, I'm gonna turn to the suit of armor. And I'm going to say, can you take me to the wizard's place of business? Blinks.
Just fucking
Like his office.
Yeah, like
Conduct me to your master's
yeah.
inner sanctum.
Can I go to the office, please?
The armor starts walking out of the building.
Oh shit! All right, I follow it.
And starts headed down the road.
How far is this?
It cannot speak.
Yeah, she turns back to the tower and is like, I'll be back eventually, I guess.
Okay,
It could be in the city.
there are easier ways to say you don't want to play Twister.
I don't want to play Twister.
So it keeps. Like, how far are you gonna follow it for?
How long does it keep going?
I'll give you this. I'll give you this.
Oh my god, is it gonna lead me all the way to Strahd's castle?
that is yes.
No,
You start getting the.
she realizes this after like 10 minutes. Is like, wait, stop.
It's when he pivots like a compass towards evil and is like, that way. And it's
Yeah.
like, no.
We are not walking through the forest.
Yeah. She's like, okay, I understand. I see my mistake. Is there a place in the tower where he was inclined to do things?
Take me to his home office.
Yeah, home office, please.
A lot of wizards work from home. It's
starts-
a really good job for that.
Walking back towards the tower.
Thank you.
Hybrid
I
features,
follow.
hybrid working.
You eventually get in, and it walks over. Is the elevator still down?
Yes, I came down and then it was down.
So it stands on the elevator.
She like, do you want to go up or down? She makes like a hand motion, like up, down.
It kind of jerks the halberd up.
Up. Not the wank room.
Oh man.
You did
The
say where he
man-
does his business.
The man cave.
So now you can
An
no
open
longer
copy
see
of
it.
the lusty Argonian maid.
You can no longer see it, but it does stop on the first floor because you just had it go up once, right? Or did you just say like you have to tell it how far up to go?
Right.
It cannot speak.
Tap twice for the floor you.
Yeah, tap for the how many floors up do you want to go? She
It
calls
taps 4.
fourth floor or 4.
It is silent.
Alright. Go up to
You're
the
really straining the limits of this thing's artificial intelligence.
Yeah, go up to the 4th floor of
It gets up there. It gets up to the fourth floor,
Mhm.
and you don't know what happens from there because you cannot see.
Okay, I wait for it to, I guess, step off, or what I assume is step off, and then I'm going to go to the golems and say, down here, please.
Then it comes back down, and it's not on there.
Yep, and I ride it up.
You write it back up.
Yep.
He is just standing in the room.
Bye, Freya.
Bye, Grog. All
Yeah,
right.
he's just standing in the room on the fourth floor.
Yeah. Freya gets off the elevator and is like, "Well, we could have solved that one much faster. That took all of like an hour.
That took literally an hour of you just following this armor around.
I
It's
walked
smoking a little
off
bit
into
from
the
you pushing its
woods.
you were pushing its artificial intelligence so far.
All right. Take a break. Cool off for a bit.
It just returns to where it was standing before and looks like a normal suit of armor just standing in the wall again.
Except for the
Smoking
little
slightly.
wisps of smoke
Yeah.
like coming out of the visor of the helmet.
Uh-huh. Well, that didn't do
Well,
fucking anything.
I didn't see where you went, but presumably it took you towards Strahd, yes?
Yeah, it was heading in that direction. And then I
Oh,
thought
well, at
maybe
least if
there
we get
was,
lost, we know we can use it.
yeah. I thought maybe there was like a secret compartment, or like if we go into the basement, there would be something there. But
There's a
You're having a lot
basement.
of very good
no,
ideas. It's a shame
there
they're not
is
panning
no,
out.
yeah, there is no basement. Sorry.
Can I also have a very good idea? Gestures around in the direction of everyone, both on the upper and lower floors, and is like, we need to sleep
Yeah.
because we are
Speak for yourself.
squishy. We need to sleep or stare into the void for 4 hours and feel bad about ourselves
Yes, I'll do
because we
that,
are
thank
very
you.
Can
squishy.
always do that.
I will go and I will take first shift.
Who's on first shift with our new friend?
I have full
I feel
health.
like
I'll take first shift.
Okay. Freya will just be doing her regular meditation.
Essentially after the first full shift,
Yeah.
then you are just up on guard duty.
Yes.
Because remember, it's 8 hours of rest, but for everyone to both have, if for you to have guards on
Hmm.
and everyone to get sleep, you technically need to be down for 12
Yeah.
hours. So, um, so for the first 8 hours, for the first 4 hours, it'll be you and Esmeralda, and then I assume probably the Herald and Freya
Yeah.
the rest of the night.
Sure.
yeah, Harold's going to be up all night anyway, so
I mean,
Don't you also try?
You have to, yeah. Don't you have to stare into the void like the other? I only sleep for 4 hours,
Yeah,
and
you
it's
do
not
have
really
to. You
sleep.
do have to go down for 4 hours, Harold.
yeah, he just kind of meditates in sort of a low power, like standby state, essentially. Like you'll not react to anything unless someone, directly asks for him, says his name.
Just for reference, not today, but one of the very boring watch nights that Walker's had watch on the road, where there's been literally dick all happening. She 100% has started stacking little pebbles along his armor, just to like bucking Bronco, just to see how many she can get on there before he wakes up. And she has made no mention of this ever since.
Presumably, no, in fact, not even presumably. There's no way we're all fitting into the tower, especially because two of the floors are falling apart, and I don't trust the fourth floor to also hold our entire party's worth of people. So while
Some of us
y'all
are
are,
quite heavy.
so I don't know if you guys are all clustered up on the top floor, like a bunch of you sleeping on the floor, like all huddled together. But downstairs, Grog and the NPCs, we've set up a campfire. We were telling stories, having a drink. roasting, like, I don't know, game.
Earth
Everyone's
also-
going to bed in our tents or whatever the fuck we use.
I would
Maybe
say she has also come downstairs, and after the first watch, the first 4 hours, she will go and she will sleep in her cart.
I would have offered her whatever fucking booze we have in the like party stores.
I appreciate that, but not while I am on guard duty.
Okay. Do you want it after you have guard duty?
Perhaps.
Okay.
But I also may just rest for tonight. And she gestures to the massive wound in her side.
Sure.
Okay. You all take shifts. The horse does not sleep. Alan does not sleep. Doesn't need to.
He's gonna just keep watch over Jason while he sleeps.
Yeah, pretty much. And also you have the NPCs rotating along with you as you do your guard shift. And then as you all come to in the morning, are you staying here? Are you moving on? What would you like to do?
Oh,
I think we've seen
we're
all
gonna
we
go.
need to see here,
Yeah.
aren't we?
I don't. There's doesn't seem to be anything more to discover in this. This tower. Let's keep going.
Are you bringing the armor with you?
Oh yeah.
So just put in your I guess tools. You have animated armor.
Oh fuck yeah. This is my friend now.
I think it says a lot about you and your brother that the two things he has adopted are his biological child and a horse, and you've adopted a robot.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Like I said, I just think it's very telling.
Technically, animated armor isn't a robot.
It's armor. That's got a spell on it.
When have I ever been a stickler for the details? Other than
Grog raises a finger.
that one time I helped put a dead body back together because who doesn't love a jigsaw puzzle?
And anytime there's a contract involved.
Where has there ever been a contract involved?
Pretty sure this has come up at least
Shannon,
once.
Yeah,
stop using out-of-game knowledge to determine that I would be good at reading contracts, Catherine.
I think that came up at one point.
Yeah, you did that with the when we were in Valaki talking to the what's his name? The sheriff for some reason.
Yeah, no, you did.
100%.
It wasn't when you were talking to the sheriff. I forget who you were talking to, but you did pull out at one point. You were like, it wasn't specifically contracts, but you did pull out like there was this very complicated deal that you were talking about somebody had made, and you pulled out that was bad, and here's all the reasons why in legalese.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought that
Yeah.
was one of the like 900 conversations that the three of us have.
No, that was something you did.
I apologize.
You're fine.
So wait, what were we? We're just continuing.
Sleeping.
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah,
We
maybe.
slept. Did we heal? Everybody get their health back?
Everybody healed up.
Fully
Rest.
healed.
Well, team, this has been a great bottle episode. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we didn't learn anything.
So, who's taking the horse?
I learned
The new riding horse.
Well, she's coming with us.
Fuck
right?
it. Karth will take a horse.
You're
Okay.
tiny. It's a big horse. Give it to the
Oh,
suit
wait.
armor.
Before we go, I want to talk to the head.
I was gonna say, yeah, it
Oh,
might be a good
fuck.
idea.
Yeah, Freya
Okay.
said you guys found a
Yeah.
disembodied head.
Okay.
I was gonna make an Art Attack reference, but I don't think anybody's
Hey, I appreciate you.
Was there
It's me,
disembodied
the
head
head.
back?
The head.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
me, the
God,
head.
zombies.
God, it was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take him out, bring him outside. Speak with Dad on that bad boy.
All right, you guys speak with Dad on the head.
Can I just
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Yes.
I was gonna say, can I just confirm as player, because I know Freya relayed all of this. From the books, we already know who he is. And we already know that Van Richten had to kill him and has been using him for conversations.
Yes.
What do we know? Because you said there were notes on those conversations. What's the overview of what's already in there?
It looks like a lot of like cubbings at like how many of you are here, how many of you are abroad, how many are back home, and because he met this guy outside of Barovia. Before he kills, how many people were abroad, how many people are back in Barovia was the wording. You know, essentially kind of like almost like someone getting like troop movements and like what's being shipped in and out and like that kind of stuff.
Aye, 5 questions, yeah.
Do you
Yep.
want to think
Five
about
questions.
your questions before you cast the spell?
Yeah, I do. I think the first one we need to ask, because we already have troop movements and whatever, and presumably in there is also, are there any obvious weaknesses to your fucking castle and all of that kind of tactical info?
There is nothing like that in there about the castle.
So we possibly want to spend some asking about the castle. I think asking if he has any information about Strahd's plans for capturing Irina would be a shout.
Hmm.
What are your other questions, or are we just gonna go
I
through
was we
those?
were
I'm
we
thinking
were
about
we
it.
were team working. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Hmm.
Is it worth in those notes? Is there like how many words I did our troop movements? Is there information on how they choose who to attack on the road? Because they're also essentially acting as bandits, correct?
Is that
Rich
true?
people. Like, yeah, no, but this is more common knowledge, and what's her face could tell you. Esmeralda could tell you this. They attack rich people. Like, they are bandits when they're not. Some of her people behave like bandits, and
Mm-hmm.
it is purely for self gain. It's not something they do in the name. Some of them might say it is in the name of Strahd, but it's very much in the name of Strahd, who will never see this gold.
Uh-huh.
Because Strahd doesn't really care about the accumulation of wealth.
Okay, his intentions for Irina or his plans around Irina.
As far as you're, let me say this: as far as you're aware, Strahd in the past has not cared about the accumulation of wealth. I will
Valid.
phrase it that way. But Van Richten has not asked him anything about that.
About Irina, about the castle. Um,
I don't know if this guy is gonna have any answers to those.
I don't know, but it would be weird to have a source of potential information on Strahd and not use him.
True.
We can always wait 10 days and then cast it again.
Can I take this head with us?
Put it in the wizard's tower.
That time is off, by the way, with the magical ointments and things. That's what the Herald had found out.
Oh,
This
sick.
head specifically was prepared with some very expensive things, and it has cut the time in half to 5 days instead of 10.
Mm.
Is it worth asking him to detail any essentially troops that we'll encounter on the road to Kresk?
I mean, we could try to ask that. one thing I think we should try to get out of it is what opposition they might have had. And we can find those those problems and maybe recruit them against Strahd.
What? Say that one again.
Um, what opposition have they come across? And
Oh, sick. Yeah.
yeah, so that
Do
we
we
can
know
find
why?
sympathizers.
Do we know why they were killed, or could we ask that?
Which they?
The head.
The head.
I think it was
Van Richten killed him, didn't he?
Van Richten killed him
Hmm.
because
That is
he
not
found-
clear.
Oh, okay.
Van Richten has left a note somewhere in when you're going through the notes. Essentially, just said, you know, killed Yam today, but hasn't in his own personal notes has not explicitly described why he did.
She did say that it was out of character for him to do something like that as well. So maybe finding out why he did it would be useful.
I got it.
And make sure you phrase it so that they are not yes or no answers.
Hmm. Did Strahd, did Van Richten kill you? Yes. Okay. Useful.
Done.
Sick. I cast the spell.
Okay. So you cast the spell. It takes a deep breath in, and it actually goes. You hear it the air getting sucked in through both its mouth and the hole in the bottom of its neck. It makes it a very unpleasant noise. But it is its eyes flicker open and just sort of stare directly at you, having been the person who cast the spell.
What was his name?
Jan.
Hello, Jan. Describe for me the events leading up to your demise.
I was traveling with an elf bard, but I found out he was trying to kill the master. So I tried to kill him
Missed opportunity
and
for a rhyme.
failed. What was that?
I said he missed up an opportunity for a pretty good rhyme
Oh.
there.
He doesn't even have lungs. Don't heckle the head.
I'm heckling my head.
He's doing the best he can.
Alright. So, we got the answer, right?
Okay, next question. She goes, thank you. Describe for me the notable enemies and challengers to your master.
There are many that would challenge the master. The hags. Many townsfolk. The leader of Kresk. The leader of Valaki. The ravens. Let me hold on. And there's been rumors of division in the lichens.
I think they mean lichens as in lycanthropes, not lichens as in the moss.
You don't know that.
That's
You
you
don't
know what?
know
That's true. That's true. It's true. Could be the other type of lichen. Fair.
The speak with plants spell exists. You know, it
Mm.
suggests that they might.
There's
they have
great
motives.
division among the lichens.
Lichens are not plants, technically speaking.
They are fungal.
Yeah, I think they count in because it usually counts fungus and speak with plants.
Mm.
Well, that's silly because fungi are closer related to animals than they are plants.
Oh, I'm
Well,
aware.
they're like somewhere in between.
Yeah.
I mean, out of
He's gonna
all
say-
the things that this game has done to fuck up science, including all of the weird racial shit, grouping fungus under plants is like one of its lesser sins.
Wait until we get into tomatoes or fruit. She's gonna nod, and she's gonna say,
Harry.
she's gonna nod, and she's gonna say, describe for me the troop presence, the presence of your master's servants along the road to Kresk.
I have not been back to Barovia alive in several months. I know not where my people are, or the wolves, or the other dead, or any of his people, his servants.
Okay,
Not what I fucking asked, bud. What a loser. All right.
He
Hold on.
he did. That is answering what you asked. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know because technically they could have moved. That's fair.
I don't know is technically an answer.
I think it might be worth asking him what he was doing outside of Barovia. But
if we
ask in a
assume
better
he's not going to
way.
know,
don't
he's
think
either we assume he's either not going to know Strahd's plans for Irina, or he's not going to know the weak points in the castle. If we ask him about what his task was, and it's clear he's not usually at the castle, we won't ask that one, and we'll ask about Irina, and vice versa.
That makes sense.
Describe for me in detail the mission that took you abroad in Barovia.
Outside of Barovia.
Outside of Barovia, he said? Outside of Barovia.
Yeah, he hasn't been back to Barovia alive.
Oh shit! Strahd, he full on killed him outside of Barovia. Yep. Sick. That was a player fuck up, not a Walker fuck up. Just
I know. I was on a trading mission, but also we were to raid and pillage and bring the gold to Strahd.
Bitch got into capitalism.
Yeah, Esmeralda goes, he usually does not care about accumulating wealth. It is useless to him here.
Do you want to ask why they were even doing that? Because it seems out of character for Strahd.
This is your final question.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us in as much detail as you can about why your master desires gold now.
I do not question the master.
Fuck.
I only do as he says.
No, this is not questioning. This is your best inference.
This is you are the slave of a vampire lord, and you telling me this bitch has never monologued at you? What the fuck?
This is that, and the air
God damn
releases out of his mouth, but also sort of wetly farting out of his neck.
Gross. Please don't describe it that way.
Dead bodies are so.
Walker picks up the head unceremoniously, like face in the palm of her hand, reaches into the inside pocket of her jacket with the other hand, pulls out what can only be described as a cork, and stoppers up the bottom neck hole. turns around and offers it to Carth and says, "You should put this in the tower."
You should also wipe your hand. You shouldn't grab a newly reanimated face nose down.
Wait, don't
You
put
know what? That's valid.
time out.
Am I the only one that's getting some like heavy distortion going on?
I am off of
You sound bad. Yeah, you sound like a
Yeah,
robot.
there's like a horrific. Yeah, there's like a horrible tone going through everything. Is it just me, or is that you? Can you
It's
hear that
you.
as well?
It's
You're
you.
now
me.
crackling as well.
Yeah, you're a robot
Yeah,
now.
you're crackling. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Give me 1 sec.
We should not put the head in the tower without its box.
That's fair.
The
Head
box
in box
is
in
what
tower.
is keeping it fresh-ish.
Yeah. You stick it in the crate. Carth, I guess, pops in and back out of the tower, just leaving
Sorry
it in
about that.
the
Is that
entry room.
is that better?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine now.
All right, cool.
I didn't think about the fact that I'd given you an extremely inconvenient bag of holding.
Yeah, right? Like, we gotta fucking it takes us like 4 minutes to get anything in or out of this fucking place.
Yeah.
But we can now technically
Although,
store
it-
pretty much anything as long as we don't need it quickly.
yeah, I was gonna say, also,
Including wait.
Hmm.
Why is Arena traveling in the carriage?
Hmm.
do you want to
Oh,
put
you
Arena
wanna
in
put
solitary confinement?
No, we can send her in with listen, we can technically there's nothing
Why are
stopping us
any
from-
of us what like hold on. Yeah, hold on.
We could be putting every single person we're traveling with inside this
we could be
tower of
traveling
holding.
so much faster and so much less obviously, and everyone could be a lot more fucking comfortable.
We could be
Yes,
fucking
'cause-
chilling.
I'm not fucking going in there. I don't
The
know.
thing
about
is, though,
here, but I'm
It
not-
also would mean that everyone we have who has a task that they can do could essentially be doing it while we travel. They can be brewing things, they can be making things because they're no longer trying to do it in a coach.
I'm going to point out you do have limited space. You have not explored further. You have the hallway.
You know, it's the office essentially.
You have the hallway and the office, and it is an office. So I would actually say that it's about as big as this tower is.
it's also the thing like when if you've got an electric car that has electronic locks, and if it runs out of battery, you can't get into the car. This like if the snuff box gets lost or broken or whatever,
But they can
like,
get
anyone
out.
who's there, it's
Right.
No, they can
suppose,
get
yeah,
they
if
can
they-
get out from the door.
yeah.
Yeah, you just wouldn't be able to return again if you lost the box. Actually, theoretically, you would show up wherever those leaving would show up wherever the box is.
But we could legitimately cut down our retinue, and if we actually put some time into clearing more than that office, because we know there are other rooms down those corridors, we just don't know which ones are safe. If we dedicated some time to actually clearing that tower, we could cut our travel time and how obvious we are substantially.
So you are
would
2 days away from your destination.
No, 100. 100%.
Would it
We're
cut
still gonna
our
end up with
travel
one.
time?
We're slow, right?
I mean, we're slower
I
because
mean,
we have
What would
a...
okay? Let me hold on. What do you think, Kate, would cut your travel time? How would the travel time be cut?
Because one of at least A, horses dragging things are slower, and B, ox are slower than horses.
Yeah, we could put one person on a horse and then they would just ride,
carry the box.
yeah, with the box.
I wouldn't want to put anyone out here alone, but we could essentially strip down to more or less the party and travel a lot faster.
Less weight.
I'm not fucking going in there.
All right, you can be on the outside then.
This is not a this is I don't think we should do this until we've had a chance to go in there and clear the tower.
Yeah.
And if we want to do this once we reach Kresk anyway,
Yes, this is a
potentially true. Or
next
but the
session.
only thing I know it's on next, but the only thing we might want to think about is putting Irina and Isaac in it for this last little bit to Kresk. There's an upside and downside to that. One, Strahd can't get her. Two, the minute she's not with us, which we can presume being in the tower would count as being not with us, Strahd will be able to see us. So it's a question of whether he's figured out where we're taking her or not. Because if he has, having her further out of reach would be a good thing. If he hasn't, us suddenly popping up on his little mental map would make a target out of us.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad idea. Do we have any reason to believe that Strahd knows where we are?
There's like 4 places in Barovia.
There
I mean,
are
yeah.
only like 4 places in Barovia.
Does-
I mean, yeah.
Does Strahd
And
know where we
we
are
know-
right now, or in general?
No, but we know. Did we not have a conversation where we essentially worked out that he can tell more or less where Irina is by the place he can't see?
No,
Which is
Yes.
when he
Okay.
said-
Sorry.
that
I
is
went.
not how scrying works.
Yeah. No. Al and I had this conversation earlier. For him to do that, remember, you have to scry on a room. You can't scry on the town of Vallaki. You have to. I'm going to scry on the bedroom of this very specific person. If you're scrying on a location, so what he would have to do is start scrying on every location he could think of, and hope to hit one that he could not see because Irina happened to be there.
Before he
It's
runs
not like
out of
he's got
spell
much else to do.
slots.
Damn, that sucks.
Which would include going, I'm going to scry on this tree. Now I'm going to scry on this other tree that's 50 feet away. And just like, it would be nearly impossible to, if you don't know where someone is and they have protection against scrying is useless. And that is built intentionally because players can scry.
Right.
And if it was that overpowered, you could just kind of blanket find them.
Okay, in which case, I would suggest, for the purposes of brevity, we furnish Isaac and Irina with the snuff box, or at least with some of the snuff from the snuff box. And if anything starts to go down, their instructions are immediately to get into the tower and not fucking leave the office, not to go opening any doors.
Irina sort of speaks up and goes, both my brother and I are quite capable warriors, but also, if we go into the box, what is to stop them from grabbing the box and running away with us?
You would have to know what the box was. It doesn't say. There's no mark. If I remember when we picked it up, it just looks like a standard snuff box, no?
That's true. I've never been in a fight where someone has suddenly yelled, "Grab the snuff box."
Gotta have that snuff, baby.
I suppose.
Plus, if we really need to,
awkwardly.
I'm not necessarily talking about doing it as a standard, but Karth we know has little baggies in his fucking pockets for drugs. So if we give them both essentially a little baggie of snuff,
you would have to do that every.
Sure, we can do that every morning. But like, we give them a little baggie of snuff, and then worst comes to worst, if they're like, "Aha! I'm literally about to grab you, Irina," she can be like, "Haha, motherfucker, snort, snort," and she's gone. And they're gonna be like, "I have no idea where she's fucking gone. She doesn't even have the box. She literally took what looks like a spell component and vanished." From their perspective, it will just look like she did magic. We will know she's in the tower.
Irina nods. Esmeralda will speak up and goes, "If you're going to, I assume this box is some sort of hideaway.
It's a wizard's tower.
I see. If you are going to use that for travel, I would recommend, if you care about your animals at all, not to leave them here, as they will be eaten by the wolves."
Yeah.
We're not currently talking about putting everyone we have in there. I appreciate you. We could only 10 people can go in. So we don't have to
technically it's 20 because there's enough.
Oh, because it was 10 round trips when we didn't know about the door. You're right. Okay, so everyone can go in, but we're not talking about enacting like this big effort until we get to Kresk.
Yeah.
At which point we can think about what we want to do, and if we're going to leave animals, we can leave them in Kresk.
And we can sell
Put it on the back burner for now.
I mean, we brought this cart all the way from the real world, I don't know if I want to sell my
It's also
ox.
I will point out for you specifically for the Witchers, you guys have been traveling with none of your party.
Yeah.
Usually when you have your full party, you have Quirk and all his books, you have your Luxodon, I don't remember his name, who has all of his smithing stuff, and your wizard who has all of his, like, usually you need the cart.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Y'all have your own personal weaponsmith?
Yeah, we left him at our place that we now own in Barovia town.
He's
That
busy
I
finishing
own.
Barovia time with a fuck ton of really good weapons.
Yeah, he's been arming the people. In theory, I would hope.
I also thought of that.
Ah. I'm aware of the time,
Yes.
but presumably in practice we just set off for Crest.
Okay,
Start
we'll
going.
end with two things here. One, she promised she would show you. And as you all are getting ready to set off, you're in your carts and things. She sits on the front of her cart. She picks up reins that are attached of nothing, whips them once, and goes Dravash. And in front of the cart appear a pair of semi-translucent draft horses that seem to be magically tethered to the cart. And then they slowly help her turn and start going down the road with you.
Grug
Sick.
throws both arms in the air and goes, "Oh, that's really cool."
What language was she speaking when she said that? Is that
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to have to assume it doesn't say, but I'm going to have to assume from context clues here, that it would be Vishanti.
that makes sense? Interesting.
Harold's going to turn and look at Alan and just say to him, "Look, you're not the only one."
Is Ellen a ghost?
I mean, you could say that, yes.
I always assumed that Alan was like a guy who got killed and was put into the service of the Raven Queen as a horse and just fucking hates us.
Wasn't he a friend of yours?
Oh,
no,
right.
Alan was my horse.
That's good.
He would,
It doesn't do to be burdening humans with animal intelligence, or vice versa. It's bad for you.
I mean, he was very smart for a horse, but yes, he was just a horse. We would use him to till the fields and move large objects, logs and such. He was very strong.
Grug nods. Horse things.
Horse things.
Horse things, yes. But that's not to say he wasn't very intelligent. You can ask him questions and such.
Very lonely
like
on
it.
your farm, huh?
A lot of time it was just me and Alan, yes.
Sick.
Anyway,
What are you
Let's
getting
we'll
at?
give...
Oh, so you
I
guys
feel
are
like there's a
Go ahead.
there's a silent implication here that I'm not comfortable with.
I thought not comfortable was your default.
That's fair.
Would you like to voice this silent implication so that those of us who are less versed in reading the social cues of non-lizards can be awkward as well?
It's fine, we can drop it.
That's worse. That's
I would like to insight check Harold and see if I can detect which exact implication he thinks this has.
I think Grog is implying that he and the horse have a romantic relationship.
I think that's exactly what he's implying. I just want to know if Walker does.
Wait, what did Grog imply? I didn't see
what
him.
did
That is a 24. That is a 24. Hey, Gaz, what exactly does Harold think that Grog's implying?
Yeah, hold on.
mean,
I don't think Grog knew what Grog was implying based on
That's not what I asked. Harold, what does Harold think that Grog's implying?
I mean, when you say like, oh, you must have, just you and the horse alone. You spent a lot of time with the horse, huh? Wink, wink.
Not what Grog said at all. Hilarious.
You know,
But that is what Harold said. Because what Grog said was, got real lonely up on that farm, huh? In like a sad tone.
of like the horse is the only one you got to talk to.
Yeah.
No, Walker Philly just turned around and
Yeah,
goes,
I spent a lot. If you ask my horse questions, he will answer. And Grog's immediate reaction was like, "Man, you must have been real fucking lonely, huh?" Hilarious that the Herald then immediately took that as Grog being like, "Hey, did you fuck your horse?"
Walker immediately just quietly steps up to Harold's shoulder, like lays a hand on his shoulder and goes, he was implying you had no fucking friends, not that you were fucking your horse. Okay. Let's mount up, people. Let's fucking go.
Grog just starts pointing and laughing at the Herald.
Let's be honest, from everything that you've said and done so far, is it really that much of a stretch to believe that was your point?
Face black with a maniacal laughter. Sounds of Grog retching because she laughed too fucking hard.
It's only muffled for you guys because I have a roommate at the moment, but like no, it's full throttle.
A sort of small kind of puff of air pops out of Harold's chest, and it kind of confuses him a little.
Did your tits just fart?
Your titties found that funny.
What the fuck?
Dude, no, hang on. What was that?
I mean, it was pretty funny.
Are you just like so repressed that instead of laughing, your chest just pops out gas sometimes?
Walker suddenly looks at Harold and narrows her eyes and goes, Harold, do you still have the chest wound that killed you?
Well, that's an odd question, but I mean, yes.
Wait,
it wasn't just a chest wound. I mean, they fucked me up pretty badly.
they sewed you up though, right? Or like the Raven Queen.
I mean, she did her best, but look. I mean, it would be difficult to say which of the wounds killed me because, I mean, technically speaking, I didn't really die.
Wait. I gotta open roll 20 again. Can I medicine check to see which one of these wounds killed the Herald? Wait. No, never mind.
His armor off and everything.
Yeah, no. We'll check it tonight. Because I 100 like the minute that Harold's like, oh, it's impossible to tell which one's killed it. Walker's face is just like, tell me it's impossible again. I'm gonna fucking do it. Just you fucking watch me.
I fucking love true crime. Let's do this.
I mean, it could have been any of the chest stab wounds. It could have been when they broke my legs. It could have been when they cut my
There's
throat
fundamental
open.
differences between injuries sustained pre-mortem, the killing injury, and then post-mortem. No, 100%. We can no 100%.
So
no,
if
100%.
you just timing logistics wise, you are way more likely to have died from the chest stab wounds than shock from having your legs broken or sepsis from having leg breaking takes time. Chest stab. There's a lot of important stuff in your chest.
We will tell you how you died.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
And
if
then
it's that,
potentially do a better job of stitching you up, because while I enjoy knowing that I can make you almost laugh to the point where your chest wound farts at me, I don't know if that's knowledge I need in my life.
Well, listen, if it's that incredibly important to you, then fine. We'll do it later, I guess.
I normally do a back stitch. What about you, Walker?
No, I do. I mean, we'll see when we get in there, because there's a number of. We're gonna have to look at the amount of tissue damage and whether we've got neat edges or ragged edges. It's be a whole thing. Well, it'll be a process. It'll be great.
You can make the tissue grow back, right?
It should be able to, but presumably, if they've been healed deliberately open by the Raven Queen, I will not be able to do that. But
No.
excited for a Raven Queen Palor magic showdown. This will be fun.
Yeah. Inside
oh.
our body, and Grog gives the Herald 2 thumbs up.
Please don't destroy the Herald.
The Raven Queen and Palor are fine.
Yeah, but he's still a necromantic creature. Like, too much holy magic might, like...
The Raven Queen is holy. We're good.
Also,
I'll check with God first.
Also, if Palor's magic was gonna kill him, to be fair, it would have done it already. Walker's healed him like a bunch of times.
That's true. He would have hella exploded already.
That's very
Guess that's fair. Yeah.
Freya, while this conversation is happening, turns to Esmeralda and is like, I'm sorry you have to come with us.
This is a very interesting group of people you have here.
This is what it's normally like, so...
It has been a while since I have had traveling companions, so it is nice.
And you're never going to want them again when we go off into the distance.
Do you think we could keep the snuff box inside your chest wound under your armor?
Shut up.
That's
100% what we fade to black on, is just the sound of Karth asking that question as we fucking travel into
his chest.
Someone's crest.
And then
he looks at his chest, he looks back up, fade to black.
The next episode opens up on like Walker and Grog both in like 8 minutes deep into the argument of like, also that would mean that everyone would emerge from the snuff box into the Herald.
That would
and
be...
like maybe it wouldn't kill him, but like I don't think anyone is going to want to enjoy
that level of intimacy nobody needs.
The whole time Karth is yelling about how you can just take the fucking box out of him first. Jesus Christ.
What if you have to leave in a hurry and you don't have time to... No,
yeah,
we're
how
not
are
gonna...
you meant to signal him to remove... Like, he doesn't know.
I don't know how I'm going to explain what it looks like in Alien without having a reference for Alien. But it's 1 a.m, so I'm gonna go to bed on that thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good night.
Next
Good
time
work,
on
team.
Curse of Strahd,
We
Not
blow
multiple
up the
episodes.
Herald.
Well done, everybody.
Walker and Grog play Operation.
Alright.
It was foreshadowed. We're ready for this. Good night, team.
Good night. Bye,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.